let's say that you have an expert in something. You're studying from an expert, or you read a book someone really is an expert in the field. And you accept that, and you say, people would say, well, you don't know more than the experts. And I'd say, oh, thank goodness, because now I can ask questions. If I knew more than the experts, I'd have nothing to ask. All gets back to the questions. There's only two things that are going to help you grow: failure and questions. Now, there may be other things. This is the only two I've ever discovered. And we're going to just talk about failure just for a second. We all agree and accept the axiom that you'll learn more from your failures than your successes, right? Anybody disagree with that? What are we the most afraid of? What is one of our greatest business fears? Oh my goodness, I don't want to fail. Okay, I submit to you that that is false thinking. You absolutely want to fail. You want to fail spectacularly. You want to go down in flames. And you're going to, by the time we're done right now, you're all going to go down in flames over and over and over again. You're going to lose everything. And thank goodness it's just in your mind as an exercise. Because what you want to do is fail. Put yourself in a failure position. Instead of being afraid of it and not look at it, turn the lights on, interrogate it, and fail. Allow yourself to fail. Look at what you're doing now and say, boy, I had all the right pieces. I hired the right copywriters. I had the right list. I had it all, and it crashed and burned. May I share an example? Years and years ago, a company called Safeco called me in, and they were doing, this is before the internet, way before GPS, or at least before GPS that we knew about. That's as far as I get being a conspiracy theorist. Although I do have a question. Now that we all have smartphones and everybody has a camera, where are all the UFOs? Where did they go? You know, anyway. They had designed a child protection and safety kit. And it was, you know, a thing you put in the shoe and the bracelet and the pen. It was the whole thing. And they were going to sell this for $99. And they said, oh, we brought in the top marketing guy from AT&T. I said, marketing AT&T? Isn't that an oxymoron? There is no marketing. Anyway. And I said to them, and they were investing $17 million into this thing, and I said, this will not sell. Pack it in. They said, you don't know what you're talking about. I said, you're right, but it still won't sell. And they didn't want to hear it. They didn't want to hear why. They didn't ask. They didn't care. Thank you so much for coming. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Okay, so I left. And they put in millions of dollars. How many people think that sold? Okay, tell me why it didn't sell. I don't need to tell you, you tell me. Why wouldn't that child, I mean, what parent doesn't want to protect their child? Why wouldn't it sell? How many of you are parents? How many of you would buy something like this? No. Why would you not buy it? Whose job is it to protect your child? Theirs or yours? Psychologically, if you spent $99 on this kit, psychologically, you have just relinquished your protecting your child for this kit. And no parent on earth is going to make that decision, that choice. So what didn't they ask? The right questions. So we look at it, and you have to question not just what you're doing, how you're doing it, why you're doing it. You have to start asking, how are people going to respond to this? What is the psychology? And psychology, here's the best kept secret in the world. We all talk about how marketing is so mysterious and wonderful and can make or break things. Guess what, people? I've been a marketer all my life, and I'm going to give you the secret to all of it. One word, plastics, no. One word, psychology. Marketing is 150% psychology. If I know how you're going to respond to something, well, I'd be a better comedian. I'd get much better laughs. If I know how you're going to respond to something, I know how to communicate. I know how to craft that message, or my product, or my service, or my delivery, or my channels. So it's understanding people and how they respond and what presses their buttons. And that is a lifetime of study, and I never stop with that. And that's where, if you want to sell your products better, if you want to get out there, if you want to take your company and break through that $9 million barrier, and get to your 30 million that you're leaving on the table, it's because of how you sell, how you market, how you generate the traffic, how you qualify the leads, how you get people interested, how you bring them through a funnel and steps and get them hooked in and engaged. Everyone talks about engagement. Engagement is psychology. It's the result of reaching out and touching someone where they respond. How do you touch someone? By pressing their button. And that could be a headline, a color, a smell, a temperature, oxygen, heavy drink. There's a million different things. What I want you to do is when you walk into that jewelry store or that yogurt shop or the grocery store, start thinking about what psychology they're using. You read books about, Vance Packard's The Hidden Persuaders, the subliminal, and now they say, they've proven that doesn't work. But the life is a split test. Everyone knows what a split test is? Anyone not know what a split test is? You try A, if it doesn't work, you try B, and you see which one of those two gave you the better response. Life is a split test. You're always splitting, you're always trying different things. So use your mind to create the split tests. Okay, I'm gonna look at this, I'll look at this far. But take those to a greater level, more of separation. And these are things you do yourself with your own business. Instead of saying, I'll try A or B, I'll vary this slightly. Don't vary it slightly. Vary it 2 degrees each, then 4, then 8, then 16, then 32, and keep going. To a ridiculous extreme, there's no such thing as ridiculous. You know what's ridiculous? The kid with the aluminum foil covered cardboard sword as a Jedi Knight. We look back at that and say it's ridiculous, but that 4-year-old doesn't think it's ridiculous. He is a Jedi Knight. You need to reclaim that.